Why are soccer players really attractive? Why are a lot of soccer players attractive? You have a skill here though. Before I continue on with this video, I do want to clarify a couple of things because I know a lot of guys will be in the comments arguing me down, sending pictures or gifs of Vinicius. If you're watching this on YouTube though, you probably can't do that. Or if you're on YouTube, you're probably typing down already. Those keyboard words are probably typing down already. But Vinicius, Messi's pretty ugly. Any other soccer player that is deemed unattractive, they're gonna go, Lamine Yamal is pretty ugly. What are you talking about, bro? No, soccer players are attractive. There's gonna be people like that comment that down. But I do want to clarify some things here. In this video, I will be bringing out a lot of facts that you've never thought about before, right? As you can see in my thumbnail, I put Messi and Ronaldo. The reason why I did that in the first place was because I know it would make you click. There's been a debate about Messi and Ronaldo for years now. Ever since I was a kid, one of my first memories about soccer is knowing this were the two GOATs of soccer. By the way, I personally think Messi is the GOAT. It's just facts. Argue with the wall, bro. But in the looks department, we all know Ronaldo beats Messi, right? Which is another argument that a lot of people have here whenever I make videos like this saying athletes are attractive or people who work out are more attractive, they would be ready to argue would just be ready to fight me, bro. But listen to what I'm about to say, right? Messi is obviously on the lower attractiveness side for soccer players. But he's not the low of the low for the average Joe, bro. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's pretty low. Like, it's pretty mid for, this is what an average Joe would look like. Messi is an average Joe. Which is why a lot of people, them to see this guy be so ugly because he's famous. You're so used to soccer players being pretty handsome or having really good looks that you don't even realize that, hey, Messi is pretty attractive. No, actually, not pretty attractive. I would say he looks all right. Right? It's not like ugly. Like, it's not like you look at him and you're just like, oh, this dude is ugly. I would say this dude is like I3. He's an I3, bro. And that's the average Joe. Anyways, let's talk about why soccer players are attractive in the first place, man. Right? You obviously have your outliers like Messi, Vinicius, right? People like that. By the way, Vinicius, if you are watching this, you're not really ugly. You're just an outlier because everybody else around you is attractive, right? Every other soccer player out there is look really good, but you're not ugly, bro. Trust. For a soccer player, yes, because that's how people view you because you're a soccer player, if that makes sense. But anyways, the first reason is because they are always lean year round. These guys have been playing soccer their whole life. They've been doing cardio their whole life. The main person that I will talk about here for the first slide will be Neymar. Dude, since I was a jit, I knew Neymar was a track post. No, like, word gay stuff here. Nothing against the gay community or anything. But since I was a kid, I knew Neymar was attractive. I saw the reaction from all the girls around me when they saw clips of Neymar, or even myself. I seen Neymar. The dude could dribble, is handsome, he has flair. This nigga automatically became my favorite player, bro. Just due to the fact that it was really attractive. But anyways, let's get back to the main topic here. They are always lean, right? A lot of you guys already understand this, but some people don't understand this as well. Like your average gym. So some guys really just want to just work out and watch my videos and don't realize that, dude, being lean will always be law. Not only for your physique, but for your face as well, right? If you're obviously on a bulk right now, don't listen to this, but being lean will always be law, right? Even if you're not trying to build muscle. Neymar here and a lot of soccer players don't have a lot of muscle. They're just skinny. Look at Neymar when he was, I'm pretty sure he was around 18, around this age. 18, 19, no muscle definition, but he's really fucking lean, right? And because of that, probably might do a little bit of weights as well, might be in the gym. I'm not fully sure. Because you can see he definitely has some definition in his chest here, his abs, some arm muscles as well. But this guy's not in the gym. He's not like focused on building muscles because he's a soccer player, right? But as you can see, him being lean helps with his facial features, right? It heavily helps with his facial features. If Neymar was fat, if he was obese, right? If a lot of soccer players were obese, were way bigger than they are, they wouldn't look nearly as good, or they weren't as how could I say this, as active, they wouldn't even look nearly as good as they look now. You can make the same argument for Messi. Messi would be way uglier. It wouldn't even be the average Joe if he wasn't so active, if he wasn't running, if he wasn't doing cardio, since it was legit, right? So you gotta realize this. Once they are running like this, they're constantly running. During practice, they're running. On the football pitch, they're running. Every single day they're running. They're doing cardio in practice. They're running in the gym. They're barely doing any type of building muscle activities, right? That gives them at a low body fat, which actually makes their facial features and muscle definition stand out again, right? Because these guys don't work out like that yet. The average Joe would look at this physique and be like, okay, he's on the skinnier side, but he does have some muscle, right? Because look at his chest here. His chest isn't like flat. It still pops out a little bit, bro. And that's because he's working out, not like as much as he needs to really build muscle here, but he's doing a lot of fucking cardio. These guys run miles upon miles every single game, right? And you see this as he develops over time into his like early 20s into late 20s, more muscle more face definition. I almost said muscle definition, more face definition as well. You see his jaw kind of widen a little bit. He has more like maturity to his face. Another thing as well, when you play sports, when you're more active, you're producing a little more test. You're actually producing a little more test, and you can see the difference in the face here. Kind of look like a little twink right here. Well, still handsome, don't get me wrong. Well, still handsome, you know. Still had the jawline, all of that, but as he matured, right, you could see him getting more of a masculine face, more of a testosterone driven face. That's the thing about Neymar here. The dude was always attractive, right? And if you see him now, he has kind of gained where I'm not sure if it's due to his gambling addiction or or if it's partying too much. He has gained a little bit of weight, and it seems like he's not escaping the age pill at all, unfortunately. But overall, Neymar looks good, which just shows you again that like if you're not once again paying attention to working out, staying lean, you won't be at your highest potential, right? You guys don't realize that a lot of these soccer players are at their highest potential look wise, depending on like if they're doing surgery or not as well. You can also put that factor in as well if they're doing surgery on their jaw. Like I'm pretty sure Ronaldo did a couple of surgeries on his face, but other than that, these guys are on their highest potential look wise because they are all healthy. They're all on a good diet. I did hear a story about Messi as well that he wasn't on a good diet, that like used to drink soda before games, bro. Like that's fucking insane. But that could also be another reason why bro developed to look so fucking shit. But oh, so fucking shit is crazy. Nah, bro. Let me take that back. Let me take that back. To look not as good as most soccer players out there anyways. But yes, Neymar will always be naturally. We know this guy has really good features already. So automatically with him playing soccer as well, that just brought out his features even more because he's lean. You can see his cheekbones more. You can see his jawline more. Full lips here. The guy's just handsome, bro. Honestly, he's just handsome. But as you've seen, as he aged up, started getting more into partying, started gambling a little bit more. He did start getting some face fat. I wish I added a picture to this slide, but I forgot to. But if you're watching this video right now, just search up Neymar right now, or like Neymar gaining weight. You will see a couple of photos or a couple of pictures on TikTok. But yes, let's move on to the next thing here. They're constantly building an athletic physique. That's for soccer anyways. They're constantly doing this, right? These guys are training day in and day out. A great example of this is Jude Bellingham. Yes, one of the best soccer physique I have ever seen. Right? You guys are probably wondering why they add Ronaldo to this. Ronaldo is also a pretty good physique as well, but we're gonna use Jude here because Jude is just immaculate, bro. This dude is handsome. This dude is top of the top of handsomeness. The amount of times that I've seen Jude Bellingham Neymar edits, it's insane. This guy, it's because he's just handsome, bro. Like once you get to the point where these guys are at a high level physically and a high level physique wise, your face is gonna come with that as well, especially if you have some good genes, right? Those good genes are gonna show more because you're lean. We look at Jude here, high cheekbones, pretty good entourage, full lips, sharp jawline, all of that. Then you look at his physique as well, pretty good frame. He kind of has the V taper here, even though he doesn't have a he has muscle actually. Let me not say this guy doesn't have a lot of muscle. He has way more muscle than the average soccer player that I see. Anyway, way more than Neymar does. You can tell this guy is way more in the way more in the weight room than Neymar is. But yes, he has more of the V taper. The guy just looks good. Even his legs. I'm jealous of this guy's legs, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, dude. I wish I had this dude's legs, man. Dude has everything. His handsome. He's about 6 foot. Built. Dude has everything, man. Full lips, sharp jawline, eye cheekbones, all little cheeks. Dude has everything, dude. But yes, like I was saying again, they're constantly building an athletic physique for soccer, right? So when they're doing this, they naturally produce more test while growing up, right? A little bit more test than the average, and they're staying lean. Their faces are gonna mature more. And here's a great photo of Messi to really show you that Messi is not as ugly as you probably think. This is the average Joe. This is the average Joe walking around, bro. This is the average Joe that you'll be like, okay, that dude could pull some girls. You know, that dude isn't really cooked fully. Because if you think about it, a lot of the stuff that we see online is heavily exaggerated, bro. It is heavily exaggerated. Look at Messi here. He's lean. It is at his highest potential looks wise. He can't go any higher unless he does some type of crazy surgery, bro. And I don't think Messi wants to do that. Is fine with his face. And I'm really supportive of it actually. The fact that he is confident in himself enough to know that, hey, I mean, the guy's I'm pretty sure he's a billionaire now. Guy's a billionaire. Is the GOAT. His life is good, bro. He's married to a baddie. Dude has a beautiful family. He's rich. I know I already said he's rich, but like his life is just good, bro. Like, and is lean as well. This is his highest potential looks wise, bro. There's nothing else he can do other than maybe getting surgery to fix some of his worst features. But other than that, this is his best potential, right? And to get this, most guys don't understand that, hey, this is this guy's highest potential here, bro. Right? If he wasn't to play soccer and he wasn't as active, he was a bum, it would look way worse. Way worse. Which is just more proof here again that if you actually work out, you stay lean, you do more cardio, you will look better. Right? You will look better. And also depending on your genes here, you might become Chad-like, like Bellingham. Like Jude over here. Start getting edits, start getting girls editing you on TikTok. Like you might get to this point. But these guys are again constantly working out. They're constantly at their highest potential, which is why they all look so good, bro. They're constantly working out, they're constantly lean, they're constantly eating the right foods. These guys are dialed in. The average dude is not dialed in. I'm not even dialed in right now. I haven't worked out this whole week because I've been focusing more on content. So to really put that into perspective here, these guys are doing this 24/7. So if you notice me a little bit bloated in some videos, it's because I'm not as dialed in as these guys. You're not either. I can bet 100% you're not either. Because the average person that watches my videos, you're around late 13 years old to like 25, bro. You're the regular Joe, just like me. You're not as dialed in as this guy. So don't be jealous. And don't think you have to go to the extreme length thinking, oh, I need to absolutely get surgery. Before you even think of that, dude, get lean. See what you could look like. And the results here is low body fat plus some muscle and athletic proportions. It goes to the soccer player, right? The soccer player physique and the soccer player looks. I should have put looks right here too. I knew I was gonna forget this guy's name, which is why I put Lucas. But Lucas here is an example of a soccer player that would have always looked good, right? Even if he didn't play soccer or not, if he were to just go to the gym, if he was a normal Joe and he was to just go to the gym, maybe stay at a lower body fat, this guy will always look good, right? He would always look good, right? But that is the high percentage of soccer players that are really attractive. It's already guys like Neymar, probably Ronaldo. I'll put Ronaldo in this spot as well. People like Neymar and Ronaldo, they are in this spot. Maybe even Ramos as well. Players like Ramos, Neymar, Ronaldo, maybe Bellingham. betting them are in the chat light, as you would say, the chat light of soccer players. That if they were to not play soccer either, they would probably still look good, especially if they stay at a low body fat. And then you have your medium year. This is your mid tier normie soccer player who still looks good, way better than the average person, because not only have they reached their genetic potential, they're playing in one of the highest, not even the highest, the hardest, one of the hardest leagues to enter, right? Soccer is one of the hardest leagues to enter in the world, other than like basketball, right? These guys are at their genetic potential. They've worked out their whole life. They've stayed lean their whole life. So obviously, if they are a mid-tier normie, right, they would reach their highest potential because they're staying at a low body fat. They've been sleeping early their whole lives. They've been getting the right amount of sleep. They've been eating the right amount of food, getting the right nutrients, all of that. These are players like Haaland. Who else can I think of here, bro? Haaland. Speaking of Ireland, actually, during the World Cup, Ireland was getting a whole bunch of edits as well. A whole bunch of girls saying, "Why do I find him attractive?" Well, you find this guy attractive because he's lean. He's 6'5", right? His features are showing more because he's lean, and he just adds really good features as well. Full lips, features that you don't typically see on the typical white guy either. Too, he has full lips. Wider nose than usual for dudes that look like this with blonde hair, that look kind of Irish, kind of. I'm not sure if Irish people are even blonde, but but yes, he has higher looks than the average. If this dude was not to play soccer, he was a bum. I promise you, it wouldn't have as much attention from girls, unfortunately. But he is at his highest potential, which once again goes back to what I've been saying this whole video, that these people are at their lowest body fat and they are at their highest potential. Anyways, the mid-tier normies of soccer, I would say Haaland. Man, guys, it's been a while since I watched soccer, man. But you're probably already thinking of people yourself. Who else? Who else? Who else? Maybe nah. I was about to say Lamine Yamal, but Lamine Yamal is like low tier normie for soccer players, bro. Um, flip. Anyways, you get the point, right? Soccer players that basically would most likely just be your average Joe, or look even worse if they were not a soccer player, right? And they didn't reach their genetic potential. They weren't staying at a low body fat. And then you have your low tier normies for soccer players. Most of these guys actually still look good. You have Mbappe here. I count him as a low tier normie because he does have a lot of bad photos out there that does make him look bad. But this is a good photo of him here. But this is the low tier normies of soccer players. These are the boys like Lamine Yamal, right? If Lamine was unfortunately not lean and he wasn't playing soccer and he didn't reach his genetic potential, and Lamine is pretty tall as well. I'm pretty sure Lamine is either like 5'11" or 6 foot right now. But if these guys were to not reach their genetic potential or not staying lean year round, these guys would just be the would kind of be a low tier normie. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially if they were on the bigger side, or just super skinny as well. It wouldn't help them either, unfortunately. But yes, these are the low tier normies of soccer, and these guys still look good, right? These guys can still get on magazine covers, and people will still argue you down that Mbappe is still a handsome man, right? And it's because they've reached their genetic potential. They're lean year round as well. So you can't really argue with these people when it comes to a point like this. Another low tier normie of soccer. Let me think here. I was about to say Ronaldinho. Yeah, we'll say Ronaldinho as well. You can argue that Ronaldinho is not that ugly, right? But if Ronaldinho was just the average Joe, you would definitely say that dude is not the best looking person you've seen in your life. But yes, there goes the rankings, guys. There goes the rankings and the results of what they've been doing their whole lives. These guys are at a low body fat. They're eating the right food. They've all eat their genetic potential. You could also add the fact that they have money now as well. So they could, fix their teeth, maybe get a little bit of surgery like my boy Ronaldo did right here. I'm pretty sure he has some type of surgery for his jaw or something. Something of the sorts, but yes, If you want the exact methods I used to build my type of physique at home and look better overall, check the link in the description of this video or the comment section as well. And thank you for even watching this far, bro. Thank you. I absolutely love you, man. Life is about finding yourself, anchoring yourself. Love y'all boys, man. Peace out. Mwah.